guys, I was thinking, so it's February now, and a lot of people set goals during January, which is great. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's this kind of weird love-hate thing with New Year's resolutions. A lot of people think they're just terrible things, we shouldn't do them anymore, and some people think they're wonderful and they still set all these goals. I think goals are great no matter what. It's just a matter of where they're coming from and if they're things we actually want versus things society's telling me we should have, us we should have. Um, I know some people hate them because they feel like it's always a disappointment and then people feel worse about themselves. But I think the reason that happens, again, is because people aren't setting goals that they want. They're setting goals that society is telling them they should want, AKA the most common one is the losing weight. There is nothing wrong with losing weight and getting our body in better shape. The trick is it really what you want? Usually when I look at like fitness goals, I'm like, when I lose weight, I lose weight. I'd rather focus on being able to climb hills better. I'd rather work on like not having like joint pain, things like that. Like that's the kind of stuff I focus on more than anything. But my thing is what happens when if we're setting goals we really want? Pick first one. And it's the next month after you set your goals, how do you re-engage with them? Because so many people, they get very distracted. Life happens. For example, one of my things this year is no sugar and no caffeine. Now, mine is not a weight loss goal. I have specific health reasons. I am looking at doing no sugar and no caffeine. But here's the kicker. What happens when you set a goal like that? No sugar, no caffeine, those are tough. I am not happy about getting rid of sugar and caffeine. But if, let's say, next month and I am going out with friends and I am tired because I am not doing caffeine, I had a long day at work, whatever, and I still want to go out with friends. So that's where that comes in of being really difficult to stick with things. Or someone gives you chocolates for Valentine's Day. You don't want to say no to the chocolate because it's chocolate. So what do? Right? So it's easy for us to get out of those goals. My point is, how do we refocus? How do we stay in it? So a couple things. First of all, I think we need to set ourselves up for success in the first place. And a lot of times that's getting a partner to do things with or to have accountability with, whatever you want to do. Like when people go to the gym, if you can have a friend to go to the gym with, that's awesome. Because so often, so I have a friend I hike with because I'm working on some hiking goals. I have some long trails and big mountains I want to go climb. And so we meet every week and we go hike. And there are weeks, both of us, one or the other, is so tired. And we probably would have just skipped it because we have a lot going on in life. We're tired. But because we have someone else we're meeting for it, we have to show up. Even if the hike winds up being like a 4 mile next to nothingness hike, we have to show up. And that's one of the kickers with any goals. You got to show up, right? So if you have someone you can do things with or have accountability with, I think that's one thing you can start right from the beginning to like keep yourself in it. But how do we refocus when we have lost track? Well, I think a lot of that comes to why you're doing what you're doing. So for me, I have to look at the no stimulants. And for me, that helps my stomach feel better. It helps my overall body feel better. It helps my head be clearer. There's a lot of things that I'm doing it for, right? So I can refocus on those. I have to go back to the why. Why am I doing this? And refocus back on that why. And if I don't have a partner to do things with yet, find one. So it's the refocusing. And you may have to refocus and reset multiple times over the year to accomplish this year-long goal you have. If you've set up that I'm just using fitness because so many people do fitness. If you set up a fitness goal just to get to the gym 3 days a week, right? If you're doing that, you may need to reset every month. February comes around, you may need to reset and get together with your friend and give each other a pep talk. And like, why am I trying to do this? What's my next goal for this month? And I think that's another thing. Having a big goal and then having small goals throughout the month are really good. It can help push you forward. But also just resetting, rethinking about your whys. What's that smaller goal? Pep talk with your friends. You may need to do that every single month. so that it's fresh in your brain. It's so easy to get distracted with everything else we have going on in life. I know I'm doing this nonprofit and working and focusing on my health. I focus on a lot of different things, and then I want to train for these mountains and have a new cat that I'm training. Yes, I'm training him to walk on a leash. So there's a lot of different things going on, right? So it's easy to get so busy in other things we want to do that that goal we set for ourselves that's good for us, we can just let it go. So I think we have to reset constantly. So I'm regularly looking at what I want, why I want it, and then resetting and reassessing. Sometimes I'm looking at it going, wow, that goal I set for myself wasn't near challenging enough. Sometimes I look at it, I go, that was way too difficult. Maybe I need to adjust this a little bit. So that's my 2 cents on that is if you are someone who is looking at goals, I'm not saying that goals are good or bad, but if you are trying to set some habits for yourself, you may need to reassess it. Get a partner, do some stuff with a partner. So, just my 2 cents. I don't, I don't talk a lot about goals necessarily, but I do think goals are kind of a cool thing we can do for ourselves. So I figured, why not? Let's discuss this. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.